Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys like, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. So, recently I've been going on a health journey, and one of the things that brought this on was that I'm unfit. You know, there was a time where I used to exercise regularly, then I gave up. I always say that yes, I'm gonna think healthy, I'm gonna do this eventually, but never got the chance to, right? Until one day God spoke to me. Like, kindness, man, look at you, you're getting big, you need to start exercising. And as well as some friends as well pointed it out, man, kindness. Ooh, well, worried about you now, So I decided that, okay, I need to care about my health and start something. So I started jogging and running. So for the past month, I've been running and jogging. And how did I start? I started by just taking a jog. Or even other days, it wasn't even consistent at all. I would take a walk, right? And eventually, that became more consistent because I had someone who would make sure that you better run a certain amount of kilometers or cover a certain amount of kilometers in a day and send the picture to me. So that really helped me get started, especially during COVID. I thought that there would be no one to help me with this, right? So let me tell you what God spoke to me recently regarding health, and it starts from Romans 12 verse 1, where God asks us to present our bodies as a living sacrifice, that's pleasing to Him. So it says that, therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in the view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Right? So God asks us to do this. Why? Is it just for Him? Not entirely, right? He asks us to do this because He's more concerned about us, right? He wants us to take care of ourselves. And like what spoke to me a lot was that kindness, every time you exercise or take care of yourself, it's worship, right? I normally used to think that the only way that you could mess up the temple of God was to, indulge in sin, or what the Bible says, like sex, adultery, and all those other things. It says that it defiles your temple, right? But then I thought about it. I'd be like, kindness, what about the things that you take into your mouth, and your body starts changing, you're not eating right, you're not being healthy, And I was like, okay, God really wants us to take care of ourselves. It's not just only about that part, but it's also about how we live our lives, So I began this journey and okay, kindness, you better be more serious about this, So on the 1st of October, I told myself, kindness, you're gonna run 10 kilometers. And I was like, okay, I don't think it's possible, but okay. So I prepared myself for this, because I could only run about 4 max and to the max, right? And I went to the shop, got myself a running vest, right, and light shoes, so that I could go on longer. So how it went, 4 kilometers in, I was tired. I felt like I couldn't go, and I'm like, what did I get myself into this time around? I gotta do this. I set a goal and I need to achieve it. What was the things that kept me going was God in the ear saying that, kindness, you can do it. Kindness, cheering me on like that. I felt like God was my cheerleader personally when I felt like giving up, And this does not only speak to running, but in life as well. Like God was always the guy who would cheer me on whatever that I tried, right? And He was there saying, Kindness, you can do it. Don't give up. Life is hard. Even when you're tired like this, but still, I have given you a spirit of perseverance. Come on, get up. You know. So that's the secret of getting strong, right? So I'm gonna continue being focused, continue being consistent in my activities, especially in taking care of myself, and also eating right. So in Romans 7 verse 14, it talks about being unspiritual, being carnal minded, men of the flesh, and being spiritual minded, right? Let me read it for us. So it's in Romans 7 verse 14 and 15. We know the law is spiritual, but I am unspiritual, sold as a slave to sin. I do not understand what I do, for what I want to do, I do not. But what I hate, I do. Imagine that. Paul, this guy was like, sometimes I see him as a super Christian, but he also went through times of struggle, and sin was there knocking at his door, right? And we find it difficult to do things which are good for us, like exercising, praying, things, or fasting is the one that's the big one for me. I'm like, whoo, I'd rather run, I'd rather pray, and let's not talk about fasting, But I want to do those things. It's just that my flesh or something is putting me down, saying, nah, man, you know what 10K is? Do you think you can do it? You're gonna die out there, Voices like that just come to me and be like, I'm not doing this, right? Even though I know that exercise is good for me, eating right is good for me, and I'm like, I'm good, I'm healthy enough, right? But God says that we're a temple. So you need to maintain your temple regularly. You need to take the broom, go sweep the things that should not be there. You need to check if the temple is still standing upright, or it's skewed like this, or has funny shapes, and we need to deal with that and maintain God's temple, right? I felt times where I was tempted, guys. I'm like, I'm on a diet. I'm only gonna eat things that are healthy, right? But I end up being in the shop, and I'm trying to pay for something that just to stay healthy, like an energy bar, right? And then I'm there, I'm passing the aisles of sweets. It doesn't want to end. It's calling me. I saw a Twinkie, I'm like, I wanted to take it the time I was there, and then I stopped. Then when they say kindness, I looked at it. I felt like that Twinkie looked at me as well, I took it. I went to pay for it, and then as I'm driving, I didn't even wait. I just opened it and ate that Twinkie up. Yeah, I would feel guilty, a bit guilty after that. I'm like, I'll wake it off later. And like God spoke to me about a repenting heart. It's like, man, come back, right? There's more than enough grace. I'll forgive you this time, but try to do better. And that's why I kept on going back, right? Because God understands, right? He's an understanding God. He knows that the things that I really want to do, I do not do. But the things that are easy to do, like binge watch a series, eat nice junk food, those are the things that I end up doing, right? But it doesn't have to be like that. So I challenged myself. I ran 10 kilometers. And here's how it went. This is your boy. Yeah, I just ran 2.6 kilometers and I'm tired. I don't know if I'll make it to 10, but yeah, I'm doing this. Never give up. Woo! But I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I got my water here, so no excuses this time around. I need to turn back. I don't have water. Got a water bag. Yeah, let's go.